this conversation with a CEO who is in the Valley. Talk about the state of changes and what's facing big tech right now. We are joined by a corporate leader in cloud and security, in the cloud and security sector. Okta co-founder and CEO Todd McKinnon is here. Okta, we should say, one of the featured companies on CNBC's Disruptor 50 list in 2016. Todd, it's great to see you. What do you make of the question we just posed to Deidre? Republicans or Democrats right now more of a challenge long term to the Valley and big tech?
I think it's an interesting question, and we think about it a lot, not only at Okta but the tech industry. And I think one of the most interesting things is about how broad tech is becoming. And we think about big tech and breaking up tech and regulating tech. Really, the issue in a lot of cases is that every company in the economy is becoming a technology company. I mean, talk about doing things to regulate tech, regulate Amazon. I mean, every company wants to be the Amazon of their industry before Amazon is the Amazon of their industry. So it's a really broad-facing issue, and the tech, how people feel about tech is really how people think about every company. So it's hard to say it's one party or one company. It's a very broad issue.
Hey, Todd, can you also speak to this issue about privacy and security? It is your business, and one of the things that I'm always continually surprised by is we hear about these hacking attacks and terrible reports of things that have security breaches at companies. We get outraged by them, and yet invariably it seems, and maybe I'm wrong, but consumers do seem to go back to the scene of the crime. It doesn't seem to have deterred people from using these same services even after there have been multiple repeated security breaches. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think one of the opportunities and one of the issues is that in a lot of cases this is really an issue about the identity of the person and how that identity is reflected in that service. And in many cases, in almost all cases, that identity and that profile and that personal data is locked into that service. And what I think would be a better solution is to have a more open approach where the personal data is more portable, so that if customers aren't happy with a certain service, they could more easily choose a different service and not have to lose all their history and their preferences. So moving toward a more standardized digital identity to make personal data more portable, and also increase the trust and confidence customers have in switching and picking the best technology for them to be the most productive.
So you think the issue is that they're just locked in? There's too much lock-in.
Yeah, there's not enough choice. The services build up data. The customers don't know how that data is being used. They're concerned about privacy. And while they want to consider something else, maybe they don't have a choice because they don't know how to get their data out, or it's not clear once they do get their data out how much of it remains, and then the security risk of changing and exposing themselves that way.
Hey, I'm going to switch gears in 1 second, but I just have, given that we were talking about the election, I have just a question. Maybe it's going to come out of left field. There's a number of states that have talked about doing their elections and voting online. And I'm curious, in this world, given that you are a security expert, do you think that is a good idea? Do you think that is a dangerous idea? Do you think we could ever, as a country, actually have electronic voting over the Internet, for example?
I think the big opportunity with voting is access. And I think that the more people that we can register and the more people that we can vote, that's better for the democracy. It's better for the country.
Philosophically, I don't disagree with you. Having said that, if we did that at the expense of a moment in time in which there was a breach in the midst of that, to me, I'm not sure that would be worth it at all. In fact, I would think it would set us back materially.
I agree with you, Andrew. I think that it's important to be measured and balance the risk with the upside. But I think the trend in all these industries is toward more online, more accessible, more open. And we have to balance the risk with doing what we know we can do to secure and make it reliable.